the woman discovered a strange ore while exploring. Upon careful observation of the ore, it could actually change shape under human gaze no matter what environment it was in. The ore maintained a constant temperature of 37 degrees, exactly the same as human body temperature. Now Amy knew she had definitely struck it rich. She quickly took photos, preparing to send them to an expert for appraisal. Just at this moment, her father called. Amy had just said that after selling the ore, she would have enough money for her sister's cancer treatment. To earn money for her sister's cancer treatment, Amy had to leave her hometown and came to this place with beautiful scenery, but harsh environment to work at an oil mine. Whenever work was finished, Amy would search the nearby mountains, looking for nuclear waste and ores and other valuable things. Fortunately, today she finally made a discovery. Now Amy was eager to return home. Not until she boarded the helicopter did she finally breathe a sigh of relief. For the first time in 3 years, she relaxed to admire the beautiful scenery outside the window. Just then, she suddenly noticed a flock of birds appearing in the distant sky. Bird flocks were not common at this altitude. After telling the pilot about it, the pilot said she would avoid these birds. But what no one expected was, the bird flock actually attacked them on purpose. Now the plane engine was damaged and lost control. All the pilot could do was control the direction, then brace for the plane's impact with the ground. As the pilot kept reporting the descending altitude, Amy quickly fastened her seatbelt. Not long after Amy's vision went dark, she fell into unconsciousness. When Amy woke up again, she found herself lying in the wreckage of the plane. The co-pilot on the plane had already passed away. The surviving pilot's abdomen was also torn open. His overall condition was not good. After Amy walked out of the plane, she found the plane had crash-landed in dense forest. This place definitely wouldn't have any people with the pilot's help. Amy kept using the radio to call for help, but no one responded. Now Amy could only use the most primitive method to save herself. She took out her compass and map, determined the plane's position, and came to the conclusion. The nearest road was to the south, 60 kilometers away from here. But given that it was now winter in the mountains, even with sufficient food and clothing, it would take 3 to 5 days to reach the road. Not to mention the pilot was injured. Now walking there was simply unrealistic, so Amy could only think of another way, using a lighter to set documents and boxes on fire, hoping someone would notice them. But this weak firelight for the entire mountain would not attract anyone's attention at all. The next day, Amy woke up from her sleep. She came to the cabin to wake up the pilot, only to find the pilot had already lost his life. However, wolf howls also sounded not far away. Obviously, the forest was not human territory. Amy ran out of the plane. Only then did she see the vast white mountains and forest. Obviously, this place was a no man's land. Now Amy could only rely on herself. She began collecting useful supplies from the plane. The medical first aid kit was put into her bag. Then she also found a handgun beside the pilot. This was perfect for Amy to use for self-defense. After organizing everything, Amy prepared to head toward the southern road. She had just taken a few steps when she heard strange sounds coming from the plane's radio. Amy ran toward the plane at top speed.